Hey, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kim After 50. My name is Kimberly. On this channel, I share my life with you after a traumatic divorce, turning 50, and realizing that I just really needed to make my health a priority, and that includes losing 100 pounds. I'm bringing you along on that journey while I do lots and lots of travel. So my channel has loads of travel content with a little bit of midlife pivot content. So if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content. I am pretty sure you're gonna like it around here, and we would love to have you be part of this growing community. This video in particular is my 1,000 subscriber Q&A. I posted on my community tab asking you all to ask me questions, and I will answer anything that is like PG-13 or below. And all the questions I got qualified, so I'll be answering all of the questions that you all left me. This was a way to celebrate 1,000 subscribers and allow you all to get to know me a little bit better, and a way for me to find out what kinds of things you all are interested in. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do, I just want to give a round of applause to you all, because we just hit 1,000 subscribers on last Saturday night. It is now the following Saturday. Today is Saturday, and we're already at like 1185 or 1186 or something like that. Like, you all are just doing it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the love, support, and encouragement. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with these questions. How long will you continue to live part-time on cruise ships? If you don't know, I have been living part-time on cruise ships, generally taking 2 or 3 cruises a month since last November. And that started as a result of the divorce. I was married for over 2 decades, and I kind of just didn't even know what to do with myself, how to begin again, how not to be scared, how to be optimistic, how to come up with a plan for my future. And so I took some birthday money where I had planned on throwing myself a 50th birthday bash, and I booked a whole bunch of cruises, and that's kind of how it got started. And so ever since like last November, I've been living part-time on cruise ships. The question is, how long am I going to be living part-time on cruise ships? The answer is, I don't know. I'm already getting to where I want to try some other types of travel, but I love a cruise. So I think cruising will always be part of the picture for me. As long as my time and my money allow it, cruising will be part of my life. I don't know how long I will be cruising as much as I am now, because like I said, there are already some other forms of travel I want to do. I have been kind of low-key obsessed with van life and RV life for a very long time, trying to convince everybody in my life to do it. Well, the ex-husband is not my husband anymore, so I don't have to convince him, and my children are all adults now, so I don't have to convince them. I just have to convince me that I'll be able to make it out there on the open roads by myself. So I don't know. That's the long answer to your very short question. I don't know how long it's going to be. For as long as it feels right, and as long as it feels like it's still allowing me to grow. And what I don't want to do is get to the point where I start doing things just for the channel and just for content. I want to make sure that I'm always just living my authentic life, authentically doing the things that bring me joy, that help me grow as a person, and just bringing the channel along for that journey. Outside of traveling, what else do you like to do? Well, I shared some of my hobbies with you on a recent video, and one of my hobbies is Bible journaling. If you did not see that video, I shared what Bible journaling is on that video. I'm also a big reader. I really enjoy reading. I usually read, at least the last several years, I've read at least 100 books a year. Now that is reading with my eyes and reading with my ears. I do both. I usually have both going on at the same time. I love crafting, but I am not a good crafter. Like, I don't produce great things that people ooh and ah over, but just the process of crafting, the process of creating something and making something, I absolutely love it. I also love YouTubing as of right now. My new favorite hobby is YouTubing, learning how to create videos, studying the analytics, all that kind of stuff. So I am kind of all into YouTubing right now, and yeah. So outside of travel, that's what I like to do. Between the cruise lines you have been on, which is your favorite and why? I have been on Carnival, Margaritaville at Sea, NCL, Virgin Voyages, and MSC. Of the ones I've been on, I'm going to say Carnival is my favorite. However, like asterisk, Carnival is my favorite because it was my first and it's the one I'm most comfortable on. I feel like when I get on a Carnival cruise ship, I know the drill. I know what's going to happen. I know what I need to do. I know what's included. I know what's extra. I know about what the prices are for anything that's extra. I always feel like I know their islands, like I know where they go. I know their ports. So Carnival cruise ships always kind of feel like home for me, like a home away from home. Other cruise lines, I sort of feel like a visitor on those cruise lines. So my favorite is Carnival, but not because I think that it's better. It was my first. I get casino offers through Carnival, so I'm able to sell them for free or really cheap pretty often. And so that's my favorite. I think MSC, the Seascape, is the most beautiful ship I've ever been on. I love the laid back vibe of Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, and Virgin Voyages I think is also a very beautiful ship, and the food was amazing, and the crew was so friendly. And all crew on all ships are pretty friendly, but Virgin Voyages was friendly in a very different way. So there's something I like about all the ships, but Carnival is my fave because that's home. How have you been coping with this life pivot? I did a video on this the other day, maybe a week ago, I can't remember. I've been doing a video every day in May, so they're all running together at this point. But I have been surrounding myself with people that I know for sure love me. I have been embracing the beauty in my everyday life. I've been very intentional about creating beautiful moments in my everyday life. I've been very intentional about my gratitude practice. I've been talking to God almost non-stop. I just talk to him all throughout the day. This whole separation divorce really taught me what pray without ceasing means. And so with all of that being said, some days I'm doing okay, and there are other days when I'm just not doing okay. And I've been allowing myself to be okay with that and not pressuring myself to be okay all the time. It is, it's not realistic to expect me. I can't speak for anybody else. It's not realistic of me to expect me to move on, put this all behind me, and be 100% okay immediately, because I believe in marriage. I love God's design for marriage. I love God's plan for the family. And I feel, and I grieve that my marriage ended. I am 100% sure I am better off because it ended. But I grieve because it ended. I wish things could have turned out differently. And it makes me at times question who I am. And it makes me at times struggle with my self-worth and all that kind of stuff. But in spite of all that, I love my life right now. I love where I am. I'm so grateful for the way God carried me through this separation and divorce, because it could have been so much worse, but I can look back and know 100% that God protected my heart through it all. So how I deal with it, some days better than other days, but what I do to deal with it is just really work on creating a life I love, like really focus all my energy on building new things, focus on all the beautiful things in my life, and surround myself with people that I know for a fact love me. And there are so many people that are here for me and love me. Honestly, that includes some of you all. And so because of that, I know I'll be okay. What is your ultimate goal for your YouTube channel? Well, okay, that has changed so much. the initial goal was like, I told you all this before, accountability. I wanted to have a reason to get out and try new things. I wanted to have a reason to not just like rot in the bed. I wanted a reason to explore. And then it became about this community and all this support, and now I see where monetization is like a very realistic goal for me, and I'm so excited about that. So my ultimate goal for the YouTube channel is ever changing. But as of right now, this moment, I would love to have a thriving community around the YouTube channel. Like, okay, if I could have it my way, right? Just between me and you, okay? If I could have it my way, I would be monetized and I would be making enough money through YouTube to pay all of my bills. And that's through all the different like AdSense, affiliates, all that kind of stuff. But also I would love to do like meetups with you all. I really would love for you all to see my life grow and change. And I really would like, this is my first time saying this out loud, you all. I really would like for you all to be like, we watched her whole evolution and we watched the change happen before our very eyes. And so that's one of my goals. Somebody left a comment about they took a trip because of me and this channel. Other people have talked about have left comments saying how I keep them company through the channel, how I brighten their day. All of that is so very important to me. It means so much to me. So yeah, so those are my ultimate goals. I want to transform before your very eyes. Something that's very important to me also, and it has always been even before this channel, is helping other people see that they can get out there and travel. I don't know why travel has just always been so important to me. And so the fact that that's happening here on this channel is just absolutely everything to me. So yeah, so those are my goals. I want to help other women see that the end of something is not the end. It just may be the pivot point. I want to grow the channel to where it is monetized and I am able to pay all of my bills with just this channel. I want to help other people see that travel is a possibility and the importance of travel in their life. And for those who cannot physically travel for whatever reason, I would love to be able to show you all the beautiful places that this world has to offer. I want to create a community of people that support each other and cheer each other on. And I want people to look forward to my videos and also look forward to hanging out in the comments, like communicating and interacting with each other. I so wish I could see you all the way you see me. Like not just see the words that you type, but actually see you say the things, like how a Zoom is. I so wish that could happen. So yeah, so I think I just probably confuse a lot of people because they're all over the place. But yeah, that's what I would love to see happen from this channel. Oh, where do you shop for your clothes? You always look so pretty and comfy. Well, if you watch my videos, you know I'm a budget girly. I love the thrift store. I love the thrift store. But at my size, it is sometimes, most of the time, difficult to find a good variety of clothes at the thrift store. It takes a lot of work. So I shop thredUP and I shop from other people that resell online. I shop on eBay. I shop Lane Bryant, Ashley Stewart, a little bit of Torrid, a little bit of Walmart, but mostly I do a lot of thrifting and secondhand. That's something else I'm passionate about. So let's roll back to that second question. Outside of traveling, what else do you love to do? I love thrifting. Number 7, when you're having a rough day, what do you do to ease the pain? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, what I can say is that lately I have less rough days, and I do have moments that are rough, or like a rough afternoon, you know what I mean? But I do the things I mentioned earlier. Like I go into my Bible and I Bible journal. I spend time with the Lord. I call up one of my kids and say, hey, you want to go to lunch? I call up a friend and say, do you want to meet me at such and such? I go down and sit at the park that's on the water and just watch the water and just talk to God. You know what's funny? when I'm in a rough spot, oftentimes I get a phone call from a friend who's like, I'm just calling to check on you. And I'm like, girl, listen, this is what's happening. So I've been talking to friends more. One of the habits that I want to start incorporating is going for walks or physical activity. One of the subscribers here has a channel. It's a brand new channel called Blissfully Unbothered. And she did a video one day about, the acronym was ASL, I believe. But it was about getting exercise in, like moving your body. I can't remember what it stood for, but it was about moving your body. And I commented on her post about it because that's one of the things I really want to start incorporating. I want to be one of the people that say, oh, I'm feeling anxiety, let me go for a walk. Or let me get out here and just move my body to get some of this tension off of me. I want to be that kind of person because historically when I get anxious, sad, whatever, I eat. And so I want to shift that habit and start moving my body when I need to shift the energy within me and around me. So that's what I want to do. What I currently do, resort to those hobbies that I currently have that feed my soul and the connections I have with people that help me to feel better. Someone else asked, what are some great packing tips for those who are new to traveling? My number one packing tip is try on your clothes before you put them in your suitcase, because I can't tell you how many times I ordered something new and I just threw it in the suitcase because it's the right size. And then I get on the ship and it either fits me wrong, or a couple months ago, I packed a white dress that I had just purchased and got in. And when I got on the ship and put it on, you could see straight through it. And I didn't have a slip or anything like that. So try on your clothes before you put them in your suitcase. Pull your accessories while you have your clothes on and pack your accessories in like a Ziploc bag or some kind of cute little pouch, because they sell pouches for them, but I still use a Ziploc bag for the outfit. So pack the necklace, the earrings, the bracelet, the rings, everything that's going to go with that outfit. Go ahead and pack them with that outfit so that you're not scrambling once you get there. The other thing is, if you travel often, we call it a go bag, which I heard has a different meaning, like it's like survivalist in a different meaning, but we just call it a go bag because we keep everything that we need in it, like toiletry wise, electronic wise, so that we don't have to repack that every trip. So we have like all of the toiletries and chargers and everything in that bag, because too often we were getting on the cruise ship and saying, oh, I forgot my this. Do you have that? So on and so forth. And so before the trip, you just have to check your inventory in your go bag and see if you need to re-up on something. But just, if you travel a lot, just leave it packed. Packing cubes. But if you don't use packing cubes, do the army roll, because that helps with the space in your luggage. And also, if you don't mind being an outfit repeater, which I know some people do not repeat outfits, I don't have a problem with it. Sometimes it's cheaper than paying for luggage, additional luggage or overweight luggage, to just like send your clothes to be washed. If you're on a cruise, your cabin steward can take your clothes out to be washed and bring them back to your room all folded up. Send your clothes out to be washed like midway through the trip so that you don't have to have so much luggage. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, but I do have it on my list to do a whole video on packing, so be on the lookout for that coming sometime this month. All right, new subscriber here would like to know if you're mixed with anything else besides Black. Sometimes you look Creole, and I loved your video on budget traveling. Thank you so much. So the answer to that question is yes. But why are so many of my answers are like yes, but yes, my biological mother was from Chile in South America. My father is Black, and his family is from the Bahamas. So yes, I am mixed with, that's the combination of what biologically made me. However, if you watch one of my recent videos about how I was abandoned as a newborn, I did not grow up with my biological mother. I don't have any real memories of her other than a few conversations right before she passed away. I don't have any connection to the culture she came from. I don't even know how much of a connection she had to it. I don't know any of that. I was raised in a household with all Black parents. I was raised between my grandparents, who, that's them up there. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you them. That's them. And my parents, which my grandparents were both Black, and my parents, who is not my biological mother, but my mom. If you watch that video, I'm not going to get into it, but she's been my mother since I was a baby. She married my father when I was 6 months, but she's been my mom since before that. They were both Black. So I have always just considered myself Black because I never had any connection to any other race, nationality, culture. But the answer to your question is my biological mother is from Chile in South America, and my father is Black. Okay, and then somebody else asked, but I don't know if it was for this video, so I answered it in the comments of the post. I know you said you wanted to get 1,000 subscribers, but what was the other metric you said you needed to meet? The other metric is 4,000 watch hours. We are currently at a little bit over 3,000 watch hours, and my goal was to get it by the end of May. But you know what? I think we still have a good shot at it because over the last few days, one of my videos has been just doing its thing. My 5 ways to get a free cruise video has been getting lots and lots of views. So hopefully we'll get there. If I have any videos that you have not watched yet, go back and watch them. Feel free. I don't have a problem with you binging any of my old content to help us get there. Every single minute of watch time absolutely helps. Okay, and that's it. Those are all the questions I got. I hope that the answers gave you all a little bit of information about who I am, what I'm about, and all that jazz. So I'm going to ask you all a question so that I can get to know you a little bit better. Other than travel, what other hobbies do you enjoy? So answer that for me in the comments so that I can get to know a little bit more about you. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I will see you all on the next video, maybe at sea one day or somewhere else around this big, beautiful world. Bye-bye.